Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome for me just diving in and getting some prep done for Coriolis. I realise somewhere is an open Twitch window. There we go, we've stopped that now. As though I can not cope with myself, hearing myself, whilst also trying to talk in a sensible manner. Not that I'm going to talk sense this afternoon, I'm just going to talk Coriolis, but yeah, cool. So tonight the royal we, me and the frog in my pocket. Tonight we will be playing more Coriolis over on the Free League Twitch channel, and we are playing Coriolis Mercy of the Icons Part 1, Emissary Lost, and we're about to go from one act to another, which is the part where I like to just go back through our notes, back through the adventure, and check in and make sure I'm on track with what the adventure wants. Let's see if we can capture some audio here. Let's put some Sirenscape on. Get us in the mood. Oh, we could just play the. I love that looping track. That's stomp music. It's that. Can we hear that? Is that coming through in the right place? It's not. All right. We won't use Sirenscape. We will just prep in silence. That's great. So this is the campaign. We are in the wake of the martyr. We are just finishing high stakes, and we're about to go into the abyss. And then there's the Kuhn connection, and that's the end of the book. That's the end of this adventure. And then we go on to another one over here somewhere. So let's get to page 62 and see what it says for... there's the Garden of the Seekers. That's where we had a big old fight. Went well, I think. Is it split over 2 pages? It's not. All right, so... Poom, 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 boom. Scrolly. No, scrolling too fast there, Mill. No. Oh, I should have learned from the last time I did this. That's what we want to do. We want to do the hand. And if we bring it on the right scene so you can see it. There we go. All right, ending Act 2. When the second act ends, the PC should have almost all the pieces. They should have figured out the martyr warriors from the Order of the Prior are responsible for both the mysticides and the abduction of the emissary. I think they've got that. They might not have the names right, but they definitely... Oh, thanks, Non-Anomaly. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah, this makes my half-assed prepping feel useful now. Hey. No, right. Okay, where were we? So they should have figured out the martyr warriors from the Order of the Prior are responsible for both the mysticides and the abduction of the emissary, and they should have a map showing them down the way down to the cellar. So yeah, we've pretty much dusted off both of those. Got them done. How they relay the information to Judge Kurahan is not important. That's good because they dragged her out into a coffee shop. Was seen in public with her. She wasn't impressed by that. Unless they decide to... Maybe we need to zoom out a little bit for you. Unless they decide to do so on their own, the judge will not immediately instruct them to find the emissary and the missing mystics. They are going to do that. They're pretty much committed to that, especially now they think Sabitha screwed over Nur. They're pretty much down on that. The judge will not want to lend them Judicator Akuba. They haven't asked for it, so that's okay. Or implicate, they haven't asked for official clearance. They're going to find their way down, and I think we're going to shoehorn that in with a friend who's coming to join the stream for a couple of weeks, and be a meat shield bodyguard guide or something. I think we've got that boxed off. So Act 3, The Abyss. The final act of Wake of the Martyr brings the PCs down the wandering darkness of the cellar to find the heart of the mystery, but the final truth eludes them. There's some things in this act I don't think we're going to do. So reading through this act, there is this person, the Slumber Queen, who wants it's basically a fetch quest. I've got the information you want. Go over there, kill someone, and I'll give it to you. I don't know if that adds, or if that's that. There's a bit of politics and a bit of weirdness, and I don't think it adds anything to the adventure. Now I'm open to suggestions here, but it feels like a lot of politics and a lot of intrigue that they've already had loads of. And I think what we're expecting here in our trip down into the cellar is an explosive load of combats. An explosive load of combats that is just going to exhaust them, hurt them, and have a fight, have a big old fight, a bit of a dungeon crawl. Not, no, I could be wrong. Yeah, it's very, very, wow. Yeah, go over there, kill that person, or negotiate, so let's come down to this Slumber Queen bit. Let's have a look at it. Starting in the shadows. No. The cellar. No. Guards. These. No. All right. Okay. Here we are. It's Court of the Slumber Queen. So can we read that? There they are. I love this art. These are cool. These folks look so cool. So the Slumber Queen is like the queen of the cellar. Exiled artists in a makeshift village in the larger halls at the heart of the cellar. So the village is a third sphere, lives off salvaging. So there's interesting things here, because you can meet a Nicatra and you can meet a Scavara, which are the lower races of Coriolis, like the intelligent intelligent creatures rather than sentient beings, is the way that it's kind of spelled out. And I love Coriolis, JD. It's brilliant. I heartily recommend it. Even if you can just get folks onto Last Voyage of the Rosalie, that's brilliant. It's a really good game. But yeah, so the Slumber Queen is she's the key to the deepest parts of the cellars. But I mean, like that Thor gif, is she really? There's a bunch of conflicts that are happening in the middle of in the village, and it's just like a little bit more intrigue. I like that they've got this snake. Does it mention the snake in this? All right, so this snake is like a robot or genetically uplifted snake. It's more intelligent than it should be and bigger than it should be, and it's really cool. So the Slumber Queen can find it. Snack. Slumber Queen knows where the Martyr's strike base is. The strike team base is located beyond the slum territory, and the labyrinth is guarded by a terrible monster. I don't think we want to do that, because let's find this other chap. Where is he? This. I think I need to make a version of this. This is our lower cellar. Look, there's a little Scavara, like slums there. So they know from Brother Ramos's map that somewhere down here they've got away, and I think we can compare the maps in a bit. But yeah, this is the directions. Right. This dude seems more interesting to me, and I think more interesting to the players. This dude is Bathos Amud. He is he is a holy warrior who's gone a little bit, insane. And he's gonna challenge them. I think there's more in this for them as a daft bloke who's going to be both a hindrance and a help, and more fun in this NPC than the fetch quest. And this dude can teach them the way, possibly purposefully bringing them to the beast. So the beast is the weird thing that lives in Coriolis, because Coriolis is not just a hard sci-fi world, it's a weird Arabian Nights magic kind of world. And he can bring them to the terrible monster as a test. Are they actually the warriors of light? Will they run from the monster? And, oh yeah, I did that on purpose, but I know where the base is. Demented ex-bureaucrat. So the mad poet is Bathos is demented ex-bureaucrat who's taken upon himself to rid the cellar of sinners, but he isn't doing so well at it. He doesn't care. He's a bit demented. He'll strike up conversation. He's Starfraven mad, but knows important things about the cellars. And they might even help him repair his light whip. He's got this weird poem. That's the only downside of bringing Bathos and checking out the Slummers Court, is there's this weird poem that I probably should read or sing. In fact, Matthew from the Effect podcast, when he did their version of this, and they went to the Slummers Court, and it was all really interesting and fun, but I don't think added anything to the driving forward of the story. He did a really good job of singing this. And then also this dude, he is a bit mystic as well, and he knows he's had an encounter with the Emissary, whereas the Slummers Court feels just very much like a fetch quest. So I don't think we're going to do the Slummers Court. I know we're running this for Coriolis. I know we're running this adventure on the Free League channel, and I feel like at some point there's a bit of pressure to make sure you get everything out the book. But I think we can, I can't see what it adds to the adventure. Am I not contractually obliged? I don't know. I don't think I am. I think I'm obliged to just run the game and have some fun and showcase. Yeah, but I don't think I'm contractually obliged. Better go and check my emails with Matt. Hang on. But yeah, I don't think the Slummers Court is going to add anything. I think my players would probably just get more frustrated with more politics. And I think in terms of the characters, they're ready to let off steam and whoop some ass. This is Coriolis, so they're probably not going to whoop ass in as big a way as possible. But yeah, I think we're gonna just run with the Bathos, because he can lead them down. He knows there are the bad guys down there. In fact, he probably could help them. I wonder if I could convince my friend. Oh, okay, yeah. So I think we'll do that. Now, there's a bunch of really good events in this. The slummers, which are a bit like zombies. We could have a bit of a zombie horror kind of thing running through the cellar, and make that our theme, rather than more. What are the other events? I love this. We're going to fight this beast. It's going to be terrifying. So the beast here, we've got a description of it. Large predator with a wither's height of 3 meters. Some say it looks like a bear. Others that it must be some form of large cat. Oh, it's just a cat. Yeah, it'd be fine. It's completely black, has no visible eyes, and growls and snarls like a jungle beast. Now, there's opportunities there if it growls and snarls like a jungle beast for me to use Zellion's dark secret, his PTSD. I can spend a darkness point there and have him freeze, have him, drop stuff, or just be a mean GM. Mean, but I think this bit, the Dark Embrace. Let me highlight what I'm talking about. This bit, the Dark Embrace. The beast can embrace a victim within short range, shrouding it in shadows. It must pass an empathy or mystic powers test to suffer 2 mind points of stress per dark point spent by the GM on the attack. A maximum of 3 darkness points can be spent on each attack. I think that's a pretty freaky thing. It'll certainly bring out the weird. Give them an opportunity to prove to Bathos that they are warriors of the light. So I think we're just going to miss out the Slumber's Court altogether. And I don't think we're going to suffer because of it. Where are we up? We're up to about 8 sessions in. And I think we'll get 8. Yeah, this week will be week 9. Will it? Let me check on the YouTube videos. I'm just trying to see how long. All right, so this week is week 10. This week is week 10. You could probably get 2 or 3 more sessions out of this, which will mean this first part of the book is about 12 weeks long. Yeah, okay, wait. Indecisive Millie has decided. Where is that window? Sorry, folks. Coriolis. Wake of the Martyr. Act 3. Cut out. Cut out the Slumber's Court. There we go. That's my notes. We've done it. It was that easy. What I might need to do here is, I thought I've read. So we got this dude in the slum cemetery. That's fine. I thought I'd read somewhere something about if you have scroll. If you have smuggler friends, because they've got the smuggler's talent, which lets them get from A to B in half the time, which is another thing to consider. Do I mostly stick with pre-written content for this game? For this, yes. So tonight, in, what are we on, 2? It's 6 hours from now. I'll be running a bit of what we prep right here on the Free League Publishing channel. Because when I was chatting with Matt, the director of the Free League Twitch, I said I'll run the Mercy of the Icons campaign. For this, I've elected to stick as much in this book and the established lore of what Free League have published as possible. So I might cut things out, but I'm not going to change the story arc or the truths that are in this. In other games and stuff I run, for me, if you will, it's all up for grabs, isn't it? You can just... Coriolis is a lovely sandbox. If you want to see some really cool Coriolis kind of not story but is story, over on... it was run on the Free League Twitch by a friend called Ben, and they did an excellent adventure that I played in called the Sherazade Protocol. And that is very on theme for Coriolis, but absolutely unique. It's awesome. It was awesome. Yes, Garblag was in it as well. Let me see if I can find a link for that. And that is an awesome adventure, an awesome way to kind of keep a very self-contained... Where are you, YouTube? Don't start playing. A very awesome way to keep a nice self-contained adventure, but also explore loads of Coriolis. Where are you? There's 3, there's 2. There we go. No, I don't want to do a quiz. Share it. Copy it. So this one was great, and I hope Ben writes it up so other people can experience it and their point of view. Oh, fellow hoodlum. Yeah, intrigue and politics is sometimes awkward to do, but not always. It's a bit of fun, and we've had a fair bit of it. Yeah, that's what I needed to look at. Like, if they have smugglers, if they mention smugglers, I'm sure I've read it somewhere. Let's go up a bit. So this is the map they've got, actually. This is the map they've got. I should make sure they have this map, because I don't think I've given it to them, like the players, so I don't think they know what. Like, if we compared this map to the other one, like, I don't know if you can't really see it. Oh, it is. It's capturing. Right, round here is where the Skavara market is. And then somewhere over here is where the Martyr team is. But this is like the Slummers Court. So they go so close, and then they have to go from here all the way down to here and all the way back. It just feels like a useless kind of trip if you... Do watch it, fellow hoodlum. It was an awesome story. Awesome thing they wrote. And it was absolute delight to play in it. They could sneak in through the Samaritan's Way. They could sneak in through the Judicator's Way. And they could go down in the Sanatorium. That's not what I was looking for. They didn't get that hurt in the Garden of the Seekers. Is it in the end of the in here? Like, I don't think they're going to go through the Sanatorium. I think they're going to try and brute force a different way. Do I get any extra darkness points? Keep your darkness points for the end. Shivers event below. What's the Shivers event below? Right, no, I'm getting sidetracked. This is why GM prep sometimes takes a while. Scroll. What time are we on? 2 o'clock. All right. No, it doesn't have... I thought it had something to do with smugglers getting down there, but it doesn't. That's frustrating. Oh, Goba the Lame also barters with smugglers seeking to pass through the cellars. See page 73. There we go. I knew I had seen something. 76, 77. He's on the next one. No, he's on the next one because the PDF is... Is he? What page is that? 72. Yeah, it's on the next one. There's the thing about the snack. Large bionic cobra. All right. One of the less fortunate inhabitants, so we're over here, we're just reading through Goba the Lame, who is a beggar. One of the less fortunate inhabitants of the third space is Goba, a lame man who could have been in the prime of his life. Instead, he is skinny, tired, and has to lean on a broken crutch for support. There's still some fight left in this wise cripple, and he desperately wishes to leave the cellar. Sells his knowledge of stairs, elevators, shafts, and other things to guards and maintenance staff. In spite of Imelda's wishes, Goba could show the PCs the way to the strike team's base if you like, but he doesn't know about the sensors. Because, yes, there are some laser sensors that will stop it. He's made a deal with the Martyr warriors to allow unhindered access to the central shaft. He has the 9 lives talent. Clicks his lips. So he could be their contact and we could just bypass the court because they're smugglers. Also, he probably knows Sabitha. Like, this could be somebody they already know. All right, go with the lame. It's done. A tool belt, a cane, and a worn tag with only 9 there. Oh my god, they're going to feel like kings. Kings in comparison. I need a new keyboard. Go with the lame. Connection with Sabitha. Lead them through some of the cellar. For an amount of money, he could just give them the map, or a version of the map the Slumber Queen has, and we can just maybe we could RP that that conversation, because we want them to bump into what's his face. Audience with the Queen we're not doing, rejecting the Queen's offer, the Queen's market, the Skavara market. I mean, they could stumble into that. There's some stuff they can buy. So we're just cutting out the first scene, aren't we, really? Okay. Hi, thank you for following. Yeah. So that's the sanatorium, that's the Judicator Way. There's some docks. He could put them in the broken elevator. That would be a fun event. Let's see what the broken elevator event does. No, we don't want the Mad Poet. Yeah, we've read through that. We're gonna... Slumber Attack, Seller's Wrath, Martyr's Embrace. Where's the broken elevator event? Nope. Lair of the Beast. Nope. Slum Cemetery. Is it lower down here? I think this would be good if we meet Hema. Alright. One thing at a time, Bill. Broken elevator. Where is that event? It might be up with the guards and stuff on the way down. Court of the Summer Queen. No. Ah, there we go. Falling elevator. Maglots on the elevator are unfortunately broken. The ride starts outside, but it picks up speed as it moves through the cellar. Emergency brakes are unresponsive. Must pass a -2 tech test to short-circuit the emergency brakes. They fail to stop the car. The only reason they survive is because of the odd gravity. Fall damage to equivalent to an 8-meter fall. Core rulebook, page 97. Core rulebook, page 97. Put in 98 because the PDF. Drowning, falling. Falling, there we go. And zoom in a bit. What's falling like? So we want to fall of 3 meters or more ending on a hard surface prompts an atypical damage attack roll. GM rolls dice equal to the number of meters fallen minus 2. Armor may be tested. Crit rating of falling is 3. Roll crits normally. Okay, so it's an 8 meter fall, which means it'd be a 6 damage. 6 damage. If we get 4 or more crits, 4 or more points of damage, we can instead make a crit roll. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to try and hurt them. We want this to be dangerous. And we want them to be worried. We want them to get into the stuff a little fucked up, I think. All right, so let's make a note over here. Broken lift. Damage equals 6 base dice. Crits is crits us. Crits is 3. That's the thing I need to remember. So 6 base dice. Roll armor. Crits is 3. Because the thing I remembered was... the thing I remember is when we were rolling damage, and we got this slightly wrong when we were having a fight. So you roll your attack, and I say I get 3 successes. They roll armor. That if they get any successes on their armor, that kind of cancels out my attacks. So I might not have any successes left to trigger a crit. That's how it worked. We got it a little bit wrong, but meh. We were having fun. We made a call on the day, but now we know. So that's how that's going to happen. That's how that's going to happen. We are going to do... Maybe we should write a list. We should write this down. Writing things down is always good. Writing things down is always good. So this is... Go by the lame. Broken lift. No, we're reading the wrong book. That's not helpful. We definitely want to do the resonance. Can you see this? Let's make sure you can see this. Because the resonance is... Alright, so this one, the resonance, the shivers. Closed off corridors, welled up doors make the journey through the darkness appear a winding maze full of dead ends. When the group reaches a central shaft, mystic PCs might suddenly feel a strange uneasiness followed by another headache. They hear the crack of a stun gun in their heads, smell ozone in the air, and only the mystics can feel it. They spot a Vulcan carbine pinned up to, like in a place it shouldn't be stuck. And everybody else feels anxious and uneasy. This bit, unless the PCs pray to the icons asking for their favours, the GM just gets 4 darkness points. Nice. I think that's going to happen, but I don't know whether I'd just be happy gaining 4 darkness points just for that. I've got quite a few already, I think. So it explains what happens. The emissary woke up while they were being transported through the cellar. Their mystic powers threw everything off. And they stunned the emissary into unconsciousness. So we're definitely going to do the resonance. So we've got broken list, broken ship, the resonance, probably spelt wrong. Oh no, yeah, definitely spelt wrong. The resonance. Shivers. Do we want to do... well, we've got these up our sleeves, haven't we? What is the end of that? Why have you split it over? Central shaft. Use only one event from this act? No, I don't think we will, thanks. I think we're going to use a couple of them because we're going to cut out a load of other bits. This is annoying. Let's see. So we're going to do... What's the central shaft like? A myriad of overhang balconies. Shaft has 3 huge junctions. Converge on an octagonal passage. 12 ventilation. Top of the cellar. Second is the third sphere. Going down there is a dangerous journey. Split with a picture. PCs will climb stairs, shaking. From there, seeing the decrepit state of station's life support system. Could spend a DP to block a staircase. Jump or continuing. Don't forget negative modifiers caused by low gravity. Alright, we should write that in our notes. Low grav. Hello, McNeil's5. How are you doing, my friend? Low grav. Neg mods to agility or move rolls. What is the Purge Patrol? Not Paw Patrol. It's a very different thing. This is a Purge Patrol. Purge Patrol of the cellar. They open fire on anything that moves. Shoot to kill. Alright, so they're just like guards that want to just go down and mess people up. I think I need to switch stream elements off today. We're not using Sirenscape because I had 10 minutes to set up. Patrol could be sneaking around, which would require... No. They're spotted. A firefight is unavoidable. Alright, so if it's going too easy, like if they don't hurt themselves, we could always have a Purge Patrol. That's our backup. Alright. Nice bit of ambience here. We'll crack out some Sirenscape to make that happen later on. We're going to avoid that. And we don't need the envent there. We don't need that. We don't need that. What's this journal that we're looking at? Shafia the Wanderer's Journal. Where do we find that? Clearly we need to go up a bit. Skavaram through the labyrinth. First part, climb down. Okay, yeah, sure. They will have dexterity, force, observation, and infiltration to either avoid or confront the beast. Well, we think we're just going to lead them to the beast. Our warrior, our ex-bureaucrat gone native, is going to lead them to the beast to test their faith. Because they look big and chunky, and they're badass mofos. Mad Poet event. Yeah. So what is this saying? A maze of stairs and shafts and elevators. Yeah, we know. Essentially, the summers living down here. Rumors say the sarcophagi have found their way to the deepest darkness between the stars. Slum Cemetery. You see, I wonder whether they kind of know about this, because Sabitha is part of the syndicate, and Sabitha is their captain. So I wonder whether they know Hema, whether they've met her before. I mean, a nice change of pace, wouldn't it be? Like, Hema, we know you from that thing. What are you doing down here? Oh, just burying a body where no one will find it. Stench of decay is overwhelming. No one stays there longer. Ubus is supported by his long staff, armed with a lighter, a flashlight, and an enhanced humanite immune system. They sometimes miss the company of living, speaking with the souls of the living. So he's a bit native as well. Okay, Hema is worried. So who is Shafia the Wanderer? Or is this just flavor text that I'm getting confused about? There's the poet Slummers. Is he in the NPC bit? No. Is he in? Oh, we're still in the Mad Poets. No, he's not in. He's not in there. What is the Seller's Wrath event? Use table 5.2 on page 346 in the Coriolis core rulebook for examples. Okay, we will. I think that bit on the side is just flavor text. What page did we want then? 346. Nature's Wrath. Is that what they're saying? No, it's not. Yeah. Oh, is this? Is that what it suggests? What is it? Table 5.2 for the costs. Oh, okay. That's not nearly as exciting as I hoped. Difficulty is raised by 1 for 1 or more skills. For example, sudden smoke from a machine, flickering lights, or a collapsing wall. Difficulty is raised by 2. Heavy snow, deep pool of mud, falling trees. Difficulty is raised by 3. Failure means stress or some other negative effect lasting a few turns. I think stress is something we need to get a grip on. I know it's used a lot more in the other one. In this one, it's not really been done much. Right, okay. Let's come back to Emissary Lost. Let's come back to our notes. Let's think about what we're going to play tonight and think about if this is what we need. And do we need to do anything else? So, we're going to cut out the Slummers Court. Goba the Lame is going to be our connection to find our way and direct them. He's not going to go himself. Which is going to give us the broken lift scene, the resonance, maybe, and a purge patrol. And then I think there is something else somewhere about we could do a Slummers attack. Could do a just click up, Mill. I'm going to be sad that there's no giant snake, but I think I'll live. I thought there was like a Steve Dorr job. I mean, 3. What have we got? Broken Lift, Resonance, and Purge Patrol. That's 3 events. That's enough to kind of fill a little while. That's enough to fill a bit, isn't it? Purge Patrol. Combat. And then we will meet... Will we meet Goba the Lame? No, we will meet our Warrior of the Light. What's his name? Click, click, click. Not... Bathos. Bathos. Light. L-I-G-H-T. aka Mad Poet. We'll test them via the Beast. Okay. Yeah, I think that's... I don't think we're going to get more than that today. That's our sort of thing. It does feel a little bit railroady, but I think there's plenty of options, like to wander off and go and check other things out. We can throw in the crit, not the crit, the darkness point events. What else do we need for today? Do you know, I think we're done. By Jove, I think we're done. I think we're done for today, because I think that gets us through 2 or 3 sessions. Definitely tonight, definitely next week. Because the beast fight, and even if it does just take 1 week, after the beast fight, they'll either be dead or worthy of Bathos's Bathos's help, and then they can just go to the scooch. The Martyr's Embrace, the final scene. Then they can just come to this. And then we go on to Kua. And I can add different pictures into our opening thing. Maybe we take a week off. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just roll on. I think the Martyr's Embrace will take 2 or 3 sessions as well. It's a big fight. There's a lot to unpack. There are some interesting bits and pieces that'll go on, especially if they investigate or they look at the right things. And then the Kua connection is great fun. I have played through this one, the Kua connection, some of it. Kuan connection. I've played through some of that. That was fun. And that's it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think we're done. I think we've prepped, and we're all good. So we've done. That was what, an hour? Less than an hour, because I just mucked around setting up a stream, and we're good to go. Hooray! Right, that's me done. I am going to go and make those notes look slightly less scrappy. I'm going to put a bit more information in them. That's all I'm going to do there, just copy and paste some bits so I have that at hand later on. Hey, follow you follow Bronze as well. I love Bronze Girl. Have you been watching their RPG show? Oh, I loved the vampire show she did. Absolutely love Bronze Girl. Anyway, before I start talking about my appreciation of other streamers and getting lost in RPG chatter, that's it. We're all done. I will see you tonight at 8 p.m. BST on the Free League channel. Have a good night.